The game crashed. How dare it? Oh, well, just a second. Gotta pull it back up. Of course it did. You know, perfect timing. Just as I'm about to go, just about as I'm about to start up the game or start the stream, the game crashes. It never crashes. Okay, let's try this again. Well, because I'll just go ahead and check the audio while I'm waiting. That sounds fine. That's literally perfect timing. I go to sit down here, and then it's literally just like Final Fantasy has crashed. Oh. Let's get back in there. Oh, right, I gotta toggle off scroll lock there. Okay. I'm still not the biggest fan of this outfit, although I understand it is like, it fits with the scholar theme. It's just, I don't really care for the whole scholarly theme in general. I still find, out of White Mage, between White Mage and Scholar, which are the two healers that I mentioned that I've played and leveled, I definitely like Scholar more than White Mage. I feel like there's a lot more to do. So with White Mage, it's pretty much just healing and, like, you know, stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and position my camera again. You can go ahead and get a good intro. Hello, everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to finish off the Dawntrail healer role quests. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's go ahead and remember to summon my fairy. And talk to, what was her name again? Loshkana, that's right. And start up the next one. Taste of a Toxin Paradise. That doesn't sound like paradise. Loshkana nearly jumps for joy at the sight of you. Isn't that like the response most people should have? Brilliant! Am I glad to see you? I've just received a word that Wislam and Zerig, Wislam and Zerig, yeah, they were the two adventurers that we met and helped in the first or second quest. Our culprits have finally been spotted. You're right, and we couldn't find the Lala and the Cure woman that were causing all the trouble. And it seemed like they were just causing trouble for the sake of causing trouble, like for their own enjoyment. And like some of the other ones actually had a kind of a tiny bit of motivation, but like they were literally just doing it because they thought it was funny. It seems the thieves headed for Upper Lumnosha. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Wislam and Xeric said I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to Aleport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. Okay, sounds good to me. What's the fastest way to get over there to the docks? I guess I just run down this, run down these steps again because it's right at the bottom. Too bad I can't just like jump off the edge or something. Alright, I wanted to change the UI on here a little bit. I felt like the Aether Flow gauge and the fairy meter were too close together. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's still pretty cramped, but whatever. Okay, so we talked to this guy. He should be able to take us straight to Aleport. Yeah, we're going to Aleport, yep. 40 gil? What a scam. I'll take an aetheryte. That'll be 160 gil. Alright, looks like they're up here in the middle. There she is. I don't know where our friends are, though. No sign of Wislam and Xeric yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. Miss Loshkana, terribly sorry for the delay. Wislam, Xeric! Thank goodness. Oh, right. We learned that she's like a big sister to like a bunch of her siblings or something. Because like I felt like they purposely made her look more mature, or like they picked the more mature face for here. And then she was acting all like big sister with like one of the younger people or something. Yeah, so like she's just overly not overly, but she's just like always a super caring person. How did you fare out there? You found Elaret and Kokonowa, yes? Oh, we found them all right. But it didn't take long for them to find us. We were set upon by Kokonowa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us, and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you, so a retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it may sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Camp of Bronze Lake, and to mark my words, they're plotting something new. I mean, that's how a plot works. You gotta keep plotting if you want the story to continue. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Lenosha and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead. But a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, well that's obvious. So this is as far as Wislam and I will be able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. Well, you told us where they are, that sounds pretty divisive to me. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Yeah, because you got your egos hurt in the second quest, I think it was. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowledge we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Wislam and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for both of us when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends, but I beg you not underestimate that of our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. And the quest marker. Camp of Bronze Lake. The very skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before Elaret and Kokonowa elude us again. Sounds good to me. Alright, now where's Camp Bronze Lake again? I think it's up to the north. Alright, it's over where a very handsome fellow with salamander oil used to reside. And you know, the hot springs with cat girls. I don't think Godbert's here anymore once you finish the quest. I believe you can find him. I believe the quest starts around here. But I forget. I obviously did that a long time ago because it gives you a nice it gives you a ring. It gives you this ring, which plus 3 spirit bond gain, which can be useful. Anyway, let's go and talk to Lishkana. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with the heart sting and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? Oh, that's how this is gonna go. Is it just me? Oh, okay, I missed that. It hurts to laugh. I'll take a femro. Although I'd prefer a cat girl. Even better if it was a bun girl. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Brillian, quickly! And there they are. Poisoning the spring? You truly are the lowest of the low. Hee, you flatter me. 'Twas just a little poison, really. As a treat, I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here. But we're having oh so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs, Brillian. Now, trust me, I'm not going to get poisoned by this thing. I'm pretty sure I've had far worse. Have you ever had a Morble sneeze on you? Yeah, it's not very pleasant. Protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dearest fairy apple, lest you find yourself seeing stars, or, Elorette, is Autumnus? Uh-oh. Oh no. Kokonoa, you look absolutely hideous. Or should I say adorable? Why, you're as bonny as a porcelain doll. The hells are you on about? Oh, very interesting. Yes, interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. You are your own worst enemy. Do you know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the springs for fun. Unbound scum! Do you think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Elorette? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Why did they give the Fembro an outfit, but not just small clothes? Because the cure is just in small clothes. Retreat though we must, I would call today a rousing success. But worry not, my dearest bushel of busybodies. We've plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. Well, that didn't go according to plan. Phew! I don't sense any toxins in the waters anymore, so the spring should be safe again. What will happen to the toxins from here? Will the toxins affect the local wildlife? Who cares about the wildlife? Seeing as Elorette suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heartsting's power. As such, any poisons that she produces from it would be relatively weak. That's good. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate. And thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Heartsting's poison remains active unless dispelled with the Suna or another form of antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities for our food. Yeah, it'd be kind of bad if the cleansing just kind of stopped, you know, after you ate it. Now, there's much on my mind, but I think we've bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp, and then talk about our next steps. Yeah, how the heck are we gonna find them if we had so much trouble finding them this time? I'm going to have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? I mean, I'm literally a healer, so that's kind of what I have to do. Alright, where are people we need to heal? Looks like one right here. Ah, you seem to be having a very good time. Also, I noted last time that I have Asuna on shift 2. I should really just move that somewhere else with how infrequently I use it. Also, I'm still not used to it being an instant cast. Much appreciated, madam. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming around the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive, but I never expected those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put this turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. But I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. Thanks? I still have to go and heal 2 more of them, though. Alright, what's next? Where are you? There's another one. Laugh Weary Lullafell. I guess they figured nobody uses Asuna. Or no, the healers don't use... Oh, okay, I'm going to be complaining about healers again. I made a comment last time about talking bad about healers. And then remembering that I'm a terrible healer. So, like, I should really just shut my mouth. Oh, thank the gods! I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at a place meant for healing. But at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless. But I'm inclined to assume the former. Nah, definitely the latter. Any road, all the laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the navigator keep you. About the navigator. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. Where's our last person we need to help? Up here. Befuddled Bather. Cast Asuna. Costumed compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel in our memory. I never realized there's a couple over here, soaking together. I always see the cat girls together. I mean, what? They say laughter is the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. Stoke nod. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. Alright, that's all 3 of them. Let's go ahead and... Actually, yeah, that couple is still over there. Go ahead and meet back up with Lushkana. Or, that's what we're doing, right? Yeah, there she is. You find any information? Or actually, we were going to discuss what we were going to do next, right? How goes the healing, Brilliant? Everyone's accounted for. Wonderful! I'm glad Asuna proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. As for Elaret and Kokonowa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat? I mean, I'm literally chatting with you right now. I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we use on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about Elaret's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. I had no idea it even existed among the Scorpion's gifts. Elaret may be inexperienced, but the fact that she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the Heartsting's cleansing properties. Judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments. Knowing her as we do, I reckon she's only has toxic trickery on her mind. Kokonowa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man in Limsa who ate the poisoned apple? He claimed that Kokonowa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity, but how? Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too. This reminds me of the attempt on the Sultana's life. You know, my brother's almost to that point in the story. I need to go and I need to take him through. I took him through the first coil of Bahamut, and then I got to take him through the other two, before we actually get to the end of ARR or post ARR. Traditional Dunesfolk families often drink poisoned teas to build tolerance. Really? Where did we learn this piece of lore? Yeah, let's just do this instead. I forgot to start my local recording. I hate when I do that. That's quite the tale. So the real poison was switched for a sedative with similar properties. And as a Dunesfolk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such a thing, which allowed her to awaken from her coma. Yeah, I don't remember that piece of lore. I didn't realize Kokonowa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Elaret's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the Heartsting's power, yet the Dunesfolk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. We don't want to continue our discussion in... Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa? Sounds good to me. We'll go ahead and wrap up the quest while we're at it. Alright, let's head back over to Limsa, and again, let's not question why Limsa is my return point. Alright, she should be this way. Let's go ahead and meet up with Tushkana. And then, since we did the first 3 quests last week, we'll go ahead and, we have 3 quests to do for this week. So this will wrap up the first one. Alright, Lushkana. Let's go ahead and continue our talk of poisons away from prying ears? Eyes? No. Actually, normally you'd say prying eyes, right? Would prying ears be correct, too? I'm not sure. Anyway. Phew. I know I've been anxious to ascertain our thieves' whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was a welcome one, Brillian. Also, when are we going to actually do any sort of healing? I guess in the other quests we had some we definitely had some combat last time. In one of the other quests. So, but in the other ones we had a significantly more combat, I think. This one has a lot less. Or does it? I don't know. I don't remember. What was not so welcome were Elaret's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. We must take the Heartsting back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Wislam and Zerig's efforts that led us to Eldoret, so I'll have to thank them when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. Sounds good to me. Alright, that was, yep, Taste of Toxin. We got 2 more to go. Let's go ahead and get started and talk with Loshkana. Down by the river, yes. In a van down by the river! You know, the millennial dream. Loshkana is carefully planning her next move. Brilliant! I'm glad you're here. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough in our search, or I'd like to think so. This won't come as a surprise, but Eldoret and Kokonoha went back into hiding after their Bronze Lake incident. With all that grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for so long, but I doubt they'll keep it that way. Fortunately, we have prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vildebrand. Oh right, that's what this little island's called, right? And they don't appear to be retracing their steps. I hear Costa del Sol attracts many visitors. Oh yes, it does. So that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named that guy. Yes, I am very familiar with his entrepreneurship. Perhaps we can ask if he spied anything out of the ordinary. I don't think he's going to be too inclined to give us any information until, you know, I show up. And he'll be more than happy to help. Or, I forget if we intimidated him or what happened, but he's an interesting character, to put it nicely. Anyway, let's head on over to Costa del Sol. You can go ahead and take the same guy over here. This guy can also take us to the docks at Costa del Sol. Yep, there it is. 40 gil? What a scam. Alright, Mr. Garaguju, or whatever the heck your name is. Oh, no, you know what, I think he's on the other side over here, so I guess we have to walk up with her. That makes a little bit more sense. What picturesque scenery! I hadn't expected Costa del Sol to be so grand. From what I gather, Gegaruju should be just up ahead. I don't suppose you're already acquainted with him. Oh boy, am I. I know him well enough, for better or worse, yes. That's not very encouraging, but as long as you're on good enough terms, I'm sure we'll be fine, oh yes. In any case, let's be on our way. Ah yes, the fun songs. And his harem of cat girls. Well, if it isn't our favorite intrepid adventurer, what business brings you to my abode? Have you seen any suspicious characters besides yourself? Why, yes, I did spy that lovely specimen of a cure. Oh, right, that's why. That's what it is. I had forgotten exactly why he was like this, or why I had such terrible memories of him, and this is why. He's just bro. Alas, I was so entranced by her feminine wiles. Bro, I can't even read this dialogue. Jeez, dude. And I cannot recall any such entourage of Lullafellan men or mammoths. Ah, would that I had never drank that wine she so gracefully gives. Oh, okay, he got poisoned. A single slip and I saw oh so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. I don't know, this seems like somebody's fantasy to me. I partake of the drink amongst my retinue of kittens, bro. Yet, as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces indeed. At first, I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I had anticipated, but time passed, and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror. In the midst of the mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-wielding beauty, maniacally laughing at the distance with some other chap. I feared these cackles would be the last thing I ever heard. Yes, that's definitely what's happening here. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap the sense back into him. Ah, good, easier. He has a head on his shoulders. Judging by the way Master Gigaruju was darting around at the time, I suspected he'd been in his cups. Drank the whole bloody bottle, too. So if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Gee, thanks. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate, bro. A sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. I'm gonna have to press X on this one. Though we may lack the drink in question, we received reports of mammoths roaming Raincatcher's Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you would certainly be doing us a favor. And I just remembered, during the, I think it was during the... was it Melee DPS? No, it wouldn't have been Melee DPS. It must have been the tank world quests in Endwalker. Was in Limsa. I don't know, I don't think it was tank. Anyway, one of the world quest lines in Limsa actually had us getting the company of heroes back together. If I recall correctly, he's one of them. Or he used to be their leader or something? I forget. Leave it to me. Any news of wayward mammoths is promising for us. We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. Then our next destination is clear. But before we depart Brillian, might I have a word? Gladly, madam. Oh wait, you're not a bun girl. Never mind. Alright, Loshkana, what did you want to talk about? Based on Gigaruju's account, it's safe to say Ellerite discovered a new poison. The buff man poison? I like the sound of that. I mean, what? Well, similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used in Bronze Lake, it strikes terror into the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gaining proficiency with the heart sting at an alarming rate, so we must tread carefully when next we cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Kokonowa doesn't seem the type to send them wandering around aimlessly. That's why I think they are bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down in Raincatcher's Gully, we may be able to discern that those two are playing instead. Oh, what those two are playing instead, that makes more sense. Or planning instead, not playing. Anyway, let's head on over to Raincatcher's Gully. Yeah, I guess it'd be faster to teleport to Wineport and then fly south. Let's head on over there. Alright, down south. I never know where a bunch of these, like, smaller locations are. Like, I know what the Aetherites... I know what a lot of the Aetherite names are, but I don't know a lot of the, like, minor locations, like Raincatcher's Gully. Actually, no, I know Raincatcher's Gully because of fishing stuff. You know, I was talking about how we didn't have as much combat in these quests, but, time to inhale some more purple smoke. Let's remember that I actually have a dot this time. And remember that I have a chain strat. And apparently an ability that activates afterwards. And I also just remembered, what's it called? Is on a gain on 2. Actually, I'm not sure if it still is. There we go. Oh, we got another one. Another contestant to play. It's a good thing they make these things do like literally no damage. I think that should be enough. There we go. Let's head on over to the point. That's right, we were supposed to take down some mammoths. I completely forgot why we were over here. Alright, Luciana. Looks like she found... Oh, she took down her share of mammoths. Okay. Phew. I think we've cleared out the mammoths. How fared your hunt? Well, I apparently found some survey notes that I didn't know I had found. So they've been keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oh, they're gonna poison out the entire water supply? Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that I've tested their poisons on Bronze Lake Springs, do they mean to take onto the rivers next? I mean, probably. That's what they, like, if you're gonna poison something, you should poison the water supply. Uh-oh. Brilliant, watch out! Of course, she's gonna get poisoned. My! That dart was laced with a potent numbing toxin. But nothing bruises our favorite fairy apple, it seems. You never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measure. She's like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna after all. I have a request for you, my dears. Would you please give up on your little trinket? Pretty please? No. I wish only to revel in the fruits of my devilry. Yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. And trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Right. Indeed. Do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Enough! If you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heartsting. The scorpion's gift weren't meant for petulant, childish crimes like you. Childish criminals like you. Fine then. No more, no more, Miss Nice Ellerette. But answer me this. Who have my antics killed? Who? No one, I remind you. So why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our blighted society has never looked fondly upon my love of mischief. For years I despaired, until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gifts of all, love and understanding. This is such a childish reasoning. Like, does she come from some, like, great family or something? Is she, like, this spoiled, like, brat that was, like, sheltered and stuff? So long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into chaos I so desperately crave, and I will stop at nothing to see it realized. Ta-ta! And another bomb. I mean, we took out a couple mammoths. I guess that's a small victory. Sorry to worry you, Brilliant. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough. But I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. I mean, even if that thing hit me square on, it probably wouldn't have done anything. Especially after the 30-second dot went away. What's a dot? Nothing. That aside, I wish they didn't use such putrid smoke to make their exits. I don't know if my nose or stomach can take any more of those awful bombs. With Eldoret and Kokonowa gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa del Sol and inform them of the latest. Unfortunately, we must meet back up with that, interesting gentleman. Alright, let's head on over here. Meet back up with... Oh no, Lushkana, good. I mean, we're gonna have to tell them that everything's fine now, but... Shall we report to Mr. Creeper? I guess. My kittens? Seriously? Back already? How fortuitous or ominous, or both even? I take it you found those wayward mammoths. Yes, we did. Took down a couple of them, but unfortunately the masterminds got away. Surveying Vildebrand's waterways, are they? After the recent poisoning in Camp Bronze Lake, we have reason to believe that the culprits are planning to make Vildebrand's rivers their next target. So the culprits are one and the same, then. I'd had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warm Wine Springs. Regardless, this bodes ill. We may not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings. 'Twould be prudent to inform the Manstrom of these potential horrors. The one who poisoned you, her name is Eldoret. She stole something precious from my village, and I must recover it no matter the cost. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear of it as well. Hell's bent on finding her, eh? A brave one you are. Oh, I couldn't possibly deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. Worry not, for my servants shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Eldoret's newest misdeeds. Sure. Oh, thank you. That'd be much appreciated. It's going to be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Eldoret and Kokonowa elude us any further. Come, Brilliant. It's back to Limsa with us. Yes, it is. So we can wrap up this quest. Alright, let's talk to Wisecat and see if he has anything interesting. I intend to keep a sharp eye on Master Gegaruju in the coming days, lest he accept any more dubious gifts. Anyway, thanks for pursuing those criminals. The faster we end their schemes, the better. It's always nice to do the talk and do some of the extra dialogue. Let's actually see if Gegaruju has any extra dialogue. Treble triad, small talk. Ah, to think that such a comely maiden would taint a valuable vintage. Just to gaze upon my terror, I know not whether to feel honored or enraged. Or engaged? I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't see what he said. Ah, well, 'tis better to have whined and lost than to have never whined at all, I suppose. Sure, dude. Alright, let's head back to Limbs. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the ferry here. Use all 40 of my gil instead of using return. And then we'll head on up the steps. Again, I don't know if this would actually be faster or if I should just take the Aetherite. I think with sprint and expedience, it might be faster. But, regardless, it doesn't take that much time. Also, let's not look too much at what's happening over there. Alright, Lushkana, let's wrap this one up. Thank you, as always, for your support, Brillian. Gikaruchu was interesting. Well, that's a way of putting it. To say the least. But I'm glad we obtained the information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Ellered to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. We could have apprehended her right then and there, and yet, sure. But you don't look like much of a dragoon. I think you could have just jumped up there and gotten her. There's no more room for mistakes. The longer Ellered lurks in the shadows, the greater the threat becomes. Countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. Alright, we get some mesquite juice, which is, yeah, that's healer food. I'm probably just going to sell that or turn it into for a leave quest. Alright, let's go and talk to with Lushkana. Let's go ahead and talk with Lushkana and start the last quest. Get some, you know, very useful piety materia. Yes, very useful. You definitely don't just want to end up stacking crit anyway. An antidote for anarchy. Lushkana is anxiously awaiting word from Costa del Sol. Hello there, Brillian. I've been on the lookout for anyone from Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in case. Mistress Brillian! Mistress Lushkana! Forgive me the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Kikuruju. Doesn't he usually prefer cat girls? I guess that's why you're the messenger, so he can send you away. That's a bit mean. But I bring a message from Master Kikuruju. Your quarry has been sighted in eastern Lenosha. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in eastern Lenosha were they last seen? Master Wisecat. Yeah, I guess it's Wisecat? Whatever. But recently received a report from Mistress Brayflox, a trusted associate of his. Oh yes, they are very good associates. They may even be heroes. Or rather, a company. We've told a number of inbreakers of fighty tool. We're told a number of inbreakers with fighty tools and tinker dolls infiltrated her long stop. We have little doubt the inbreakers and tinker dolls she speak of are Ellered and her troop. I see. Then we'd best find this Brayflox and soon. I forget where she actually is in the world, because I know you can like find all of the company of heroes, but I don't remember where she actually is. I don't even remember where the dungeon is. I guess it's in eastern Lenosha, because that's where we are, and that's where Brayflox said that they were. That's where we're going, not where we are. Indeed, you're like to find her by the entrance of her long stop in Rain. Oh, okay, that's where it is, in Raincatcher's Goldie. That's kind of where I was thinking it was, because I saw there was a dungeon on the map there, and I didn't remember what that dungeon was. My master and his associates wish you good hunting. Right. And he'd like to keep hunting those kittens of his. We should get a first-hand account from Brayflox as well. Perhaps she'll have more to tell. Let's be off, Brillian. Alright, let's head back down to the dock and head over to Costa del Sol. And then we will go ahead and head over to the long stop. Is that what it was called again? I forget. It's been a long time since I went through and did the Company of Heroes lore. Even with the little bit we did in that the Endwalker role quest that I talked about earlier. Okay, so it's faster, it would be faster. Yeah, let's teleport to Wineport and then we can go over here. Yeah, Bravelox's long stop. Is that an optional dungeon? I don't think it is. Obviously, it's been a long time since I did ARR. Like, I actually have a character that I'm very slowly working on. Oop, don't want to go through there. That I'm very slowly working to get them through ARR, so that I can have, like, a second character to, like, watch cutscenes again and do stuff again. Because, like, there's been some times on these, when I've been doing, like, recordings, where I've wanted to go and, like, get a screenshot of something, but because I've already finished the quest on this character, I can't go back to, like, the way the world was before. Even with, like, there's just no New Game Plus option, and there's no way to rewatch a cutscene. So I end up just having to, like, figure something else out. And so if I have a second character that I can go in through and do everything a second time, I can go through and, like, get the screenshots or the recordings that I want. Anyway. Hello, Loshkana and Brayflox. Oh yeah, I decided never to try doing that sound effect again. Uplander Gobby Friend returns to Longstop. Yes, I have. So this is Brayflox. I told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies, she said. Gobbies. Yes, gobbies. And gobbies require hand lending to backstrike it inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flock of tinker dolls to search for water gush. Oh, they're looking for the spring? A water source, yeah. Water gush. Does other rich mean to poison the island's water source? Duh! That's a real hard duh. Like, didn't we establish this with the rivers? This must be why they were searching the rivers. Duh? Like, why else would they be doing it? If the toxins are strong enough anyhow, or anyone or anything that draws near the water would grow terribly ill. All of Vilderbrand would fall into disarray. Ma'am, you're doing a little bit more than just, like, pranks. Like, this is, like, destroying the whole entire island. Like, jeez. Poison makers, no good for Gobbyflock. No good for Vilderbrand. Narrow hearts in need of many punishings. This goes far beyond trickery. That's what I just said. We must end Elleret's ambitions, here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly, and she has the heart sting at her disposal. But with your aid, Berlian, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the Longstop. Well, sounds good to me. Let's try and remember what these abilities do. This is guarantee... Yeah, this is guaranteed crit. This is spreading it to other people. This is changing shields to healing. This is reducing damage. Oh no, increase max HP and to restore the HP. Okay, so this is like for mitigation. This is for increasing healing. This is to eat your fairy if you want more charges. Expedience is expedience. Art of War is a gain on 2. Physics is useless. Excog, I know what that does. This is the AoE. Yeah, these are the AoE and single target shields. This is... Oh, just an okay, that's just an AoE heal and an AoE heal. Another one? Okay, this one just has a long cooldown, so I should probably move that somewhere else. Seraphism is like a 180 second... Can't be stacked with Dissipation, which is this? Where is Dissipation? Oh, this. Right, so I can't use Seraphism because, you know, I need my fairy. This is, heal your target. Summon Seraph is a big shield thing. I should really move this somewhere else. I should move Summon Fairy somewhere else. And same with Asuna. Like, there's better stuff I can be putting on the bar here. Anyway, I think I know enough. I don't think I'll need to do any serious healing, so I think I'll be able to get away with just doing some basic stuff. Well, this is it. Ready to storm the Longstop Brilliant? Yes, I am. Duty calls. Commence battle for an antidote of anarchy? Yes. Why does she have a jacket on now? Or a coat? Is it cold? There they are. Oh, I knew bringing those bits and bobs for battle was a good idea. If you're after some manner of surrender with the heartfelt embraces and handing over the magic heirloom, you've come to the wrong Longstop, my dear. You're gonna have to fight a million mammoths? You monster! You plan to poison every waterway in Vilderbrand, don't you? But of course, the trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells, with a hearty helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced alchemical processes. Poof! This eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet. Again, this is going a little bit beyond just minor mischief. My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates, and no amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe to touch, but one tiny sip and one tiny sip will have you begging for mercy. That's no jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experimental dose wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Limsa and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water. So very many people, blissfully unaware of what's to come. And every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. Okay. Why did they have to pose? If she unleashes those toxins those toxins into the waterways, this is going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. Playtime's over, Elorette. The only wretches I see are you two. ... Yeah, let's go with that. It sounds cooler. So the mechanics of this fight are probably that we're gonna have to keep on curing, what's her name? Lushkana? Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with these poisons, yes? Perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I'll draw my, book. I suspect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very aether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears, Unbound, Eloretta Venomart? Is that her real name? It's time I hunt you for a change. As she draws her, book. Alright, let's try not to scuff this up too bad. I mean, most of the normal content is pretty easy, but, sometimes it's not. Alright, let's oh, I can't apply dot yet. I'll lead the charge, Brilliant. You focus on healing. And, well, first I'll just do that. And I forgot to, pre-do the shield. I guess I'll move it to me. Whoops, I didn't mean to eat my fairy there. Yeah, I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. Cast Asuna? Okay, sounds good to me. An instant cast. Still feels weird to do that. I forgot, I should probably give her an X-Cog. Also, my fairy's back. Yeah, she's still got the X-Cog. Let's give her that. Let's also give her some more healing. I guess I'll give her a crit shield, guaranteed crit shield. And spread it over to me. I guess I gotta give her even more healing, because she can't do anything. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't know what Spheric Veil does, but I think it reduces damage. Reduces damage and heals. Oh yeah, my fairy's gone, so I can't do, maybe it's just a really big shield. Yeah, Holy Barrier is nullifying damage. And of course now we gotta kill these. What? Okay, what does this even do? I think it's just like a ton of healing. Oh yeah, it just increases an instant cast heal. That's cool. That's the wrong button. And now she's full health. Man, Summon Seraph does a lot. Oh wait, I want to do a guaranteed crit shield. That'll spread it over to me. That's not Asuna. How about I just, like, do all of them? I forgot to look at which one was the right one. Also, I just realized I need to heal myself. Oh, that's how that works, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to summon Seraph there. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just pressing like literally every wrong button. I meant to hit my leash. Let's give her an X-Cog. Go ahead and give her the constant heal. Remember, I can use my bubble. She blew herself up. This isn't exactly thrilling gameplay, but whatever. To actually remember to use that. Cure the poison, sounds good to me. Guess I'll cure my own poison. I gotta remember to actually what buttons I'm supposed to be pressing. Do that. And I'm pressing like all the wrong buttons. Let's give her the next cog. Cure the poison. Sure to get this thing down too. So I have like no MP. What the heck happened? Stack marker. Yeah, let's do this and this. Do Seraphism. Oh, come on! I have to actually heal? Oh no! Okay, for the sake of the fact that I'm a terrible healer and I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm going to do this on the easiest difficulty. Yeah, I'm going to set this to very easy just because I can't heal. Which is frustrating, but I'm just, of course, right after this is after I went and, this is after I went and said that most normal content is easy, but I can't heal. I said in the previous part that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so on the last one I need to remember to actually, like, give her shields and stuff. So this, to give her a guaranteed crit shield, I'll give it to me. Okay, and we'll get the poison off of us. I think she's gonna need another shield. Need to put my dot back on. Man, she takes so much less damage. Or so much more damage with this, HP recovery down, that's annoying. So on that last one, I'll make sure to put up a bubble. And, let's give her an X cog so I basically don't need to heal her. Give myself a shield. Sting of the Scorpion. That looks like I should put up a bubble. Yep. Take out the... I saw that gave a dot. Speaking of dots, let's put one on her. Take these guys out. So I accidentally used this, which is going to make the crit shield useless. It is nice to have her do a lot less damage. Or her to have a lot less HP on very easy. Just makes this whole thing go a lot faster. Okay, I don't know if she's in the middle or not, but we'll see. Use expedience to get this all done. Well, she's the one that, yeah, she's the one that lit up, so let's go ahead and do that one instead. Yeah, it only took out the crit shield. Man, it does so much less. She does so much less damage. Okay, I'm gonna just get everything ready so I don't get direct. Actually, it looks like we're gonna take her out before we even get to the actual explosion. Yeah, we're just gonna completely skip the mechanic that killed us last time, or not. Looks like it's gonna force us to get to. It looks like it's gonna make us force us to deal with it to last long enough. So I probably shouldn't have done Summon Seraph, but I will do Seraphism. Put on an X-Cog so that she'll actually, like... Okay, that was way easier when I actually did some healing. Obviously, it's still on very easy, so... I think if I had, done this on normal, we would have been fine, but I'm glad I did this on very easy, just to make it not take as long. So now I can just, like, kind of stand here and not do anything. Yeah, so if I didn't make it clear, I am not very good at healing. As you clearly saw on the first run of this. Enough, Ellerit! We must escape while we still can! A smoke bomb, quickly! Fine. Have it your way. She's gonna throw the... no, wrong calling the bomb. Oh, wait! That's Goblin Maid! Oh, no. Oh no, they're blasting off again. Now where's the artifact? The scorpion thing. No, no, no! You'll rue the day you made enemies of the Unbound! Oh good, she dropped it. She's left quite the mess behind her. Nothing the heartsting can't detoxify though. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. Ah yes, the heroes arrived at just the right time, after I did everything. There you are, Berlian. We came running once we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you're none worse for wear. Well, of course, I'm the main character. Ellerit and Kokonoa picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs. Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward. We made our rounds of the long stop as well. The enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Your treasure is safe, I trust. Yes, thanks to Brilliant's support. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the impending fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards, and their deepest gratitude, of course. Well, as I have clearly demonstrated, I am not a good healer. Alright, so to Brayflox, then Loshkana. Big thanks to Uplander. Many, many big thanks. The Heartsting is safe again. Thank you for everything, Berlian. And thank you too, Brayflox. We might not have found Ellerit and Kokonoa without you. Brayflox happy gives hand-lending. Important for all gobby-gobbies. Important for all good gobbies to offer hand-lending to fellow gobby friends. Hehe, it's an honor to be counted among your gobby friends. Not mobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the heartsting back to Troll, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's alright. I mean, I guess. Wislam and Zirig deserve to know how everything transpired in the end, and how you completely messed up the first time and let me die. Sorry about that. For one thing, shall we make our way to Aleport? I guess we could do that. Let's head on over to Aleport. I guess I'll go to Costa del Sol first. Nah, whatever. Let's just teleport over to however you get to the place. Ah, there we go. Let's just teleport over to Aleport. Save a tiny bit of time. Oh, right, this should be right here. Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm relieved our troubles are over, but I've never been good at farewells. Brilliant! It's good to see you and Miss Loshkana as well. Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Ellerit? Oh, she went blasting off again, but we're not allowed to use that because it's trademarked. Sent them flying, did you? Now, those are what I call good tidings. To think they'd confuse a goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Ha! Serves them right, I say. With Miss Loshkana's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. Right. I, for one, am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs, and I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on my worst enemy. By the by, Miss Slushkana, I knew you traveled far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Tyrol. That's quite the voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Vildebrand is a fascinating place, but my village is probably word sick about me. And the Heartsting too, of course. You know, of course. Though your time here was short, you'll sorely be missed. You'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day, perhaps we might find our way to Tyrol as well. Yeah, I highly doubt that. Oh, that would be wonderful! And when you do, I'll look forward to hearing all about your adventures. And you! We had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. Imagine our surprise when we learned you were the savior of the realm itself, which time? One of our Yellowjacket acquaintances boasted about meeting the Warrior of Light while investigating the serial poisonings, and that's when it dawned on us. She sends her regards, by the way. We've moms to go before we reach your lofty heights. Yeah, you've also got worlds to go. But God's willing, we'll try to rise up to the challenge. We'll try to rise to the challenge. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Indeed. You've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. I don't think Lushkana would agree with my shining example. Good thing resurrection exists in this game. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. Especially how Brilliant let me die. It's time I return to Tuliolol. It would mean the world to me if you'd come too, Brilliant. I wouldn't want to report our success to Naipeen without you. Sooner or later, we'll be taking our adventures elsewhere, and when we do, I hope we'll cross paths with you. I mean, maybe in the 7.1 quest. You're an inspiration to healers of the realm. Are we just gonna keep on doing this? I let her die! Together with Wisdom, I hope to dedicate what ability I have to aiding those around me, as you have helped us. Yeah, sure. I don't recommend you follow my example, as Lushkana can tell you. Anyway, let's head back to Tuliolol. Alright, let's head back over to the inn, or the restaurant, that's right. And meet back up with Lushkana. There he is. Naipeen or whatever. I'm sure Lushkana will be along in a second once we start the cutscene. There she is. Lushkana and Brilliant as well. Your combined presence here can mean only one thing. You failed, didn't you? Brilliant and I have brought the Heartsting home. So you have. I regret I could not assist you, but I am relieved that all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Taking back the Heartsting was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, a man named Kokonoa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison, built up by years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the scorpion's gift to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity of our own. Well, if you want to try it, Lushkana, be my guest, but I sure ain't. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living among the deadly, Perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. How insightful. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Heartsting, but I now understand that the Scorpion's gifts can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Well, that's an understatement, especially when you have a healer that lets you die. Its power can poison a single water source, threaten countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the Heartsting provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent questions. Excellent questions all. Knowing that the Heartsting is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future. We must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I am certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon our return. As you can see, our community has much to consider if we're to keep thriving. But for the moment, I'm simply glad the Heartsting is back in Droll, and I can't thank you enough for your help. Until I met you, I'd never hunted alongside a healer. But knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Apparently, she just kind of suppressed the memories. Apparently, she must have just suppressed the memories or something. Maybe it was that whole dying thing that kind of wiped her memory. Yours is a heartening presence, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Berlian, now and forever. That's nice. Anyway, that was the last role quest. But as much as I'd like to, I won't keep you any longer. Naipine and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best, and I know we'll meet again someday. Yeah, in the 7.1 quest. Probably. Alright, let's get some useless materia, some useful materia, and some okay materia. Piety. Just give me a crit. Alright, a Heartsting and... A Heartsting's a heavy burden, yes, it is. Alright, that wraps up the last of the role quests. Now all that's left is the 7.1 quest. And that actually marks the end of all of the 7.0 content that I wanted to do. Because, that's not the right button. Where's the right button? There, this is the one I wanted. I think that wraps up yeah, I think that is all of the 7.0 content that I wanted to get through on stream. Let me actually try to find, what did I call this note again? Stream notes, that's right. And I forgot to update, yeah, we're done with MSQ. We did Tender Valley raids, Corn Servant, Chumeki Meki. And then, yeah, I forgot to put the 2 dates for the role quests. So we did last week, which was the 24th. And today, obviously, which is the 31st. And I need to mark that I forgot to start the VOD. Start local recording. Yeah, and that's all of the stuff I wanted to do for 7.0. So I guess next time I think we're probably gonna end up doing the Valentine's event. Let me go ahead and double check when that is. Cause I needed to figure out when I'm gonna be starting to upload videos again soon. And so I wanted to figure out, I forget what they even call the Valentine's event. Yeah, seasonal events, that's what I want. February 2nd is when it starts, okay. That's Tuesday? No, that's Monday, okay. So on Monday, they start the Valentine's event. So maybe I will try and figure out... Maybe try and do that during the week. And then, like, do a video on Thursday? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. That's going to be all for today. That's a little bit creepy to have the character actually stare at the screen. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Looks a lot more natural if I just do it, you know, right through the meat like that. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. Hope you had a good time when we finally finished up those world quests. I'm glad I finally got through that. And like I said, the videos are going to start this coming week, I think. Yeah, I think this coming week, because that's the start of February. There's going to be at least one video. Hopefully, maybe two. I don't know yet. I need to figure that out. Like I said, I need to make a new schedule. But that's going to be all for today. Until next time, goodbye.